Drive-by, Chapter 5. Mom walked Mina to school. The morning kindergarten starts 20 minutes before the other grades. Usually I walk Mina to school, but sometimes when Mom has the day off, she walks Mina to kindergarten. Then she comes home and talks to me for a few minutes before I leave. I like going to school early so I can hang out with my friends or work on the computers. After Mom and Mina left, I dug in the back of the closet for Jimmy's old tennis shoes and put them on. I knew Mom wouldn't want me to wear them. She'd say they were too big and would ruin my feet, or I'd fall and break an ankle. I wore them anyway. Someone knocked on the front door. I knew it was pesky Zev. I dodged out the back and ran down the alley. I tried to feel what Jimmy's feet must have felt like in the shoes. He was a good runner. At Mountain Street School, plywood covered most of the windows. Graffiti covered the plywood. The names don't make sense anymore. That doesn't stop anyone from spraying on his own tag. Lots of schools in LA have metal detectors. Mountain Street School doesn't have one yet. I try not to think about it, but sometimes you hear about kids sneaking guns to school. Mrs. Bilkey stood in front of class showing us magnets, as if we hadn't seen that a million times before 6th grade. Everyone was zoning out. I stared at Lisa Tosca. She was the prettiest girl in school. I had never spoken to her, yet. I liked to plan ways to meet her. Maybe I'd win an award and she'd come up and congratulate me, or maybe I'd crawl up a tree and save her cat, if she had one. Gus Clayton sat in front of me in Mrs. Bilkey's class. Gus was my best friend since 1st grade. He hadn't gone to Jimmy's funeral. I wanted him to, but I understood. He had problems of his own. He turned to me. "I'm going to run away," he said. "Don't, Gus," I said. I felt sorry for him. He had no one at home who cared enough about him to go looking for him if he did run away. "Gus," Mrs. Bilkey yelled at him, like he was the only kid in class not paying attention. I wanted to stand up and tell her that enough people were yelling at Gus already. "I was the one talking, Mrs. Bilkey," I said. "I see," she said, as if it made sense that I was talking because my brother had died. She turned back to her magnets. I could hear the magnets clicking together on her desk. "You are the fastest runner at school," I whispered to Gus. "Stay, and maybe if you keep running, you can win an award, or even go to the Olympics." "I'm going to run," he said, but I knew he didn't mean track.